obviously had the opportunity to win the ball game for the team is what I wanted to do, and didn't end up going that way. But you live and you learn, and I just from watching the film with all the quarterbacks and coaches learned so much already, and great film to go back and just dissect it and learn and get better from it. But I thought it was a good start and can get a lot better.
Like what? Like what is one thing that you saw that kind of light bulbs went off?
Probably the last play, situational awareness. I wanted to win the game, give my guy a shot, got to throw a better ball. That's one. There's a few plays, can get the ball to the back. Been doing a good job of that here at practice. Just especially when we're driving down a 2-minute. I can check it down. Don't have to worry about throwing it away or running around. So I can check it down to the running back a few more times.
How different is the speed of the game from college to pro? The speed of the game.
It's different. Everybody's better. There's no bad players out there, but I felt comfortable out there. I was having fun talking to the guys. We had 2 drives that were. Our first drive was really long, took up a lot of time, went all the way down the field, and then we made some crucial mistakes as a team. Myself and we can't turn the ball over. So, but it was fun. It's what I expected. I expected the guys on the other side to be really good, and again, I just had a really good time out there and excited for this next game.
Taysom, speaking of talking to the guys, Taysom said he liked how you were communicating with guys when you were in the huddle. Do you think that you did that well, and is that another high point for you?
Yeah, that was a point of emphasis for me, for sure. You hear about first preseason games with a lot of players going in there all wide-eyed and just, froze for the moment. I 100% did not want to do that. I wanted to go in there, show confidence, lead the guys. I was in there with some offensive linemen who have played before, and I just wanted to go in there and show them that, I'm here to play. I'm not scared to go out there, and I was just excited to be out there. What an opportunity it was for me, and I made sure I talked to everybody. I wanted to really enunciate the plays like I talked about last week. Just show the guys confidence. I want these guys to believe in me when I'm in there. Yeah.
Has it like the first 3 weeks or a month maybe done anything, not that you needed convincing, but maybe convinced you that you belong in this league? Anything like that kind of come to you at all?
My whole career I pride myself on, having a lot of confidence, especially at the quarterback position. Every time you step out in the field, you got to tell yourself you're the best person on this field and, the best player, and the ball's in your hands every play. Like, as a quarterback, confidence is everything. So I've been doing that my whole career, but just to be out here and, be able to make some plays, drive the team down there, make some, big throws that I wanted to make, there's definitely a boost of confidence. And, again, just excited and excited for another opportunity too.
Can you talk about, like the way guys close on the ball in this league? Has that been like a huge adjustment?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I feel like in college you can get away with some things, no doubt about it. You can be late, and you might be able to make the throw. And up here, if you're late, if you're late, there's you can pay for it. That's for sure. So it's definitely a better speed. The defense is smarter. There's no bad players out here. That's part of it. That's why it's the highest level. So you got to be on top of your game.
In the past, you've heard about some of the Saints play calls. Some of the verbiage is very complex.
Yeah.
How has that been kind of learning it? Was that a difficult thing, and especially putting it in action?
Yeah. It's definitely different. Yeah, in college we did hand signals, we had a wristband, and out here it's all about communicating. You can't miss one word; it'll screw up the whole entire play. So it's about going out there and we got the call sheet, and I just wanted to make sure I knew everything and really enunciated it. You don't want to go in there and say it really fast and just get it all out, and then next thing you know, it's just a clutter, especially for the first preseason game. I wanted to be clear. I wanted everyone to know, what we were doing. And after the first drive, we had some, mistakes getting lined up. I wanted to really make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So it's definitely different, but that's something that's, really high on what I pride myself on.
How do you practice that? Like in a mirror?
You got to say it in the mirror. Say it in the mirror. Say it on FaceTime. You can't, I've learned you can't just say it to yourself in your head, because that's not what it's like. You actually need to say the words. So I've learned that already. And I got a mirror. I just say it in the hotel room.
About playing in the Superdome?
I'm excited. Drive by it every day, so I've never been in there. He was saying might have a few practices in there before. I'm just excited to go out there. I've heard about how loud it is and seen film in there and everything, but I'm really excited to go in there and play and have fans in there too.
Hey, what's it like for you the first time you hear Demario Davis in that pregame huddle? What was it just kind of like?
I was fired up. The quarterbacks were telling me to relax because I wasn't going to go in until the second half, so don't waste all my energy. But I was fired up, just ready to go. It was just, it's everything I wanted to do since I was a kid, have that opportunity. So going out there, I had a second where I was like, I'm here. It's my opportunity. This is what I've wanted. And that was his pregame speech. He said the same thing. It just really reminded me, like, I've been playing this game for a long time to get to this level, and that was the first time I could play in an NFL game. So I was really, really excited about it.
Ian, was it harder to tell yourself you were the best player on the field after you saw everything Tony Jones did in the first half?
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. Obviously, got to play with him in college, and we have good chemistry. And just to see him, put in work, seen him just grind since I've known him. But he's taking some steps. Everyone says he's doing a really good job this camp. I can really tell he's really taking his game to the next level, and it's just fun to be out there with him. We were all joking about it in the huddle, like, our chemistry's good, let's go. And he did an unbelievable job, and I'm excited for what he's got in store.
Does this feel at all like freshman year at Notre Dame? Like the transition, the process that you go through of learning? And
yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's new. You come in, you're the young guy again, and I remember my freshman year, it's the same feeling. You got to just be confident, keep going, and you keep making plays. They just keep, telling you that you're here for a reason, and it's just an unbelievable opportunity. And I remember that feeling as a freshman when I was in college. It's similar in a way. I definitely agree with you.
Don't know if you have many mentors that are helping you make the transition, but just curious as to whether you got any interesting advice in terms of how to have a balanced and fair perspective of how you're doing, such as looking back at the early years of guys who became Hall of Famers and how they did in their transition.
I would say the people that have mentored me the most are these quarterbacks here, in terms of what you're talking about. Just been talking with them, and they really just tell me, what Drew did or what he was like. But Taysom obviously wasn't here when Drew was, starting out. But the coaches, Coach Pete Carmichael say the same thing. Like, Drew did this when he got here when he was young. He's got the same schedule every single day, stuff like that. But in terms of, mentorship, both Jameis, Taysom, and Trevor have all taught me things that they did when they first got into the league. And I'm going to listen to those guys, and they've been playing for a while, and I'm going to follow those.
What about in terms of just how to process mistakes that at the moment may feel bad, like an interception?
Yeah.
But in the big picture, you realize it's kind of part of
It's part of the game. It's the position that we play. We get the ball every single time. It's about short-term memory. I've heard that a lot from all those guys. You make a mistake, you got to forget about it, got to keep going, because once you start thinking about that mistake, it's going to go worse. I've learned that a long time ago when I was playing high school football. So forget about it, move on. Short-term memory, it's got to be tough. You got to be mentally tough, especially to play quarterback. And that's pretty much key to what all of them have told me. All of them.
Taysom,
Time, we got one last question for you.
Taysom, Jameis, and Trevor all had very different paths to get here. How helpful has that been, getting advice from three guys who've seen a gamut of different pathways?
A lot. I feel like I connect with them, all of them in a different way. We're all here at the same spot, but like you said, they've all had different paths. Nothing too specific, but they've all just taught me, something new about what it's like to be an NFL quarterback. James played somewhere else, and he's won, he's lost. We've all made mistakes, and he's just taught me, how to forget about things and move on. And one thing James really taught me is just how to have fun out here. As you guys can tell, like, he's out here having fun because he's playing football, because he plays football to have fun. And that's every time I come out here, I'm doing the same thing, and I've learned that from him. And I appreciate him for teaching me that. Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
Yep. Thanks.
We have Malcolm Jenkins.